Kurumjay, a very good evening. You are watching Primetime English Bulletin on SKTV and I'm Victoria Rajkumari. First, the headlines. RIMS Imphal gets NMC approval to increase MBBS seats from 125 to 150 for 2026-27 and NDC clears launch of 6 MDS courses at Dental College. Buyers' security personnel must be held accountable irrespective of political affiliations to prevent the future problems, says RPI National Secretary Maheshwar Thongnaujan. Kokomi alleges a proxy war after 6 Meitei houses torched again near Laimakong Army Camp. FNCC urges strict action against perpetrators. And the National People's Party NPP Manipur State Unit President Lodho Fose asserts torching Meitei houses amid peace efforts disrupts restoration process. And now the top stories. Regional Institute of Medical Sciences RIMS Imphal has received approval from the National Medical Commission NMC to increase its annual MBBS intake from 125 to 150 seats for the academic year 2026-27, marking a significant boost to medical education in the northeastern region. In another major development, the National Dental Commission, in short NDC, has granted permission to start Master of Dental Surgery MDS courses at the Dental College RIMS from the same academic year. The MDS programs will be introduced in 6 specialties, which include oral and maxillofacial pathology and oral microbiology, periodontology, orthodontics and dentofacial orthopedics, conservative dentistry and endodontics, oral and maxillofacial surgery and prosthodontics, and crown and bridge, with 3 seats each. The press release issued by RIMS Media Cell stated that these approvals will strengthen medical and dental education, expand specialist healthcare services, and help to produce more skilled healthcare professionals for Manipur, the northeastern region, and the nation. Republican Party of India Athwale National Secretary Maheshwar Thongnaujan has warned that failure to penalize buyers' security forces could lead to future fallouts. Speaking during a ground assessment visit to Kanto Sabal in Imphal West District, where approximately 6 Meitei residences were reportedly set ablaze by Kuki miscreants, Maheshwar Thongnaujan strongly condemned the 18th Battalion Punjab Regiment stationed nearby for failing to provide satisfactory explanation for the incident. After personnel failed to give a proper response, the RPI leader contacted Union Minister of State for Social Justice and Empowerment, Ramdas Athwale, who assured him that the necessary measures should be initiated regarding the matter. Maheshwar further criticized the central forces for showing utter disregard towards the public representatives. He noted that the top commanding official ignored a meeting request from Lok Sabha MP Dr. Angomcha Bimola Koijam and also treated a subsequent phone call from Minister Athwale with casual indifference. Terming this behavior an insult to the people of Manipur, he stated that such dismissive conduct will never be displayed towards lawmakers from other states. He questioned how Meitei homes could be torched right in front of the regiment during a Kuki rally. He also alleged that when locals pleaded for help, the security forces turned on the victims with tear gas and smoke bombs. Maheshwar Thongnaujan demanded immediate and stringent punishment for the personnel involved.
Bharat ki Union Minister amana party akoigi kay haitoino RPI ki president oiriba Ramdas Athawale na masamak phone pairaga wari chanage to ngatang tholo o haiba matamda makoi yam laithona usittabagi taiba tauba haibase se na akoi Manipur se makoi usitre na takpani koigi makoi akoi bu kanbini la iba kangu singse makoi na chapchaba duty toroktaba michang mikhai naiba machangba ama yaubase makoi su para tambiba machanga ra haibase akoi khali aduna para phajana tambiba tabani achoba conspiracy ama laigre akoi na si haiba matamda mayam ningsang biran legal notice hazala kani ngonda ko ama haigre akoi aduna any thajano ho akoi na koi tumin leba yade any akoi namdana ba torokso akoi huzik thengnaba tabani makoi da para ama tambi haudragadi haing tungi yumbiron gi damakta achoba akaibam lakani no huzik akoi da presence da thuiba thabak se akoi na akoi para ama achom tambi haugadabne.
Coordinating Committee on Manipur Integrity, COCOMI, has reacted sharply to the torching of 6 abandoned houses near Leimakong Army Camp. COCOMI termed the incident a deliberate attempt to give a dangerous new dimension to the ongoing crisis, alleging that it is a part of a larger proxy war. It stated that the incident took place when a mob exploited a protest in front of the camp, where the attackers infiltrated the area and set fire to vacant houses belonging to the Meitei community. Sikma MLA Haikam Dingo strongly condemned the incident, stating that the destruction was a direct result of the army's sheer negligence. He urged the state government to take the matter seriously and fix strict accountability on the personnel who failed to discharge their duties. Demanding swift and uncompromising action, COCOMI stated that mere arrest of the suspects by the police is insufficient and called for rigorous interrogation to uncover who instigated the attack. They also questioned how the attackers breached the perimeter despite heavy security. Locals' body raised serious questions about the operational conduct of the central forces, alleging that they remained passive onlookers as the houses burned. Warning that such security lapses have completely eroded the indigenous population's trust in central deployment, COCOMI urged the Manipur government not to dismiss the incident as an isolated clash. COCOMI further demanded an immediate high-level inquiry to expose the complete sequence of events. Foothills Naga Coordination Committee (FNCC) has strongly condemned the July 11th attack at Leimakong Chingmang and Kanto Sabal, in which 6 houses belonging to Naga and Meitei families were allegedly set on fire. According to the committee, the attackers also looted and occupied Cornerstone Mission School and Hope International School, causing extensive damage and disrupting educational institutions serving local children. In its praise statement, FNCC also expressed shock over the recent killing of the founder and principal of Hope International School, Dr. Manu. The committee alleged that the perpetrators vandalized and looted the school after his death, causing losses worth crores of rupees. It described the attacks on civilians, homes and educational institutions as criminal acts and called for those responsible to be brought to justice. The committee further questioned how the incident could occur near the 57 Mountain Division at Leimakong and in the presence of personnel of CRPF and Punjab Regiment. FNCC urged the government of Manipur, Ministry of Home Affairs and security agencies to restore law and order, ensure safety of all communities, and conduct a prompt investigation to identify and prosecute those responsible. The committee also expressed solidarity with the affected families and reiterated that lasting peace depends on justice, accountability, and the rule of law. National People's Party (NPP) Manipur State Unit strongly condemned the deliberate targeting of Kanto Sabal, calling it a direct assault on peace, humanity and coexistence in the state. In the press release signed by its president, Dr. Lorho Esfos, the party stated that the attack raises serious concerns regarding the safety of civilians in vulnerable border and buffer zones. It urged the state and central governments along with security forces to take immediate coordinated action. The party demands prompt relief, shelter and rehabilitation for the displaced families of Kanto Sabal village. They further called for a thorough, time-bound investigation to bring the perpetrators to justice, alongside stronger security measures in vulnerable villages to prevent future attacks. NPPB also appealed to all communities to reject violence and work together to restore lasting peace and harmony. National People's Women's Front, NPWF, has strongly condemned the torching of 6 Meitei houses by Kuki miscreants at Kanto Sabal. The front termed the incident a major failure on the part of the Indian Army and declared that the matter cannot be taken lightly. Addressing a press conference today at NPWF office, Manipuri State President Noni Bala Sapam stated that the arson took place right under the nose of the Indian Army. According to Noni Bala, this clearly indicates that the deployed security personnel failed to discharge their duties effectively. She pointed out that an incident in a remote area with insufficient security might be understood differently. However, yesterday's arson was carried out in broad daylight in the immediate presence of the army. Furthermore, she stated that the security forces, instead of apprehending the lawbreakers, they carried out physical assault and fired numerous tear gas shells upon the locals who rushed to save the burning houses. She also recalled a past incident from May 29, 2023, when Kuki miscreants began torching Meitei houses at Laimakong, Chigmang. She claimed that the Indian Army had similarly told the residents to abandon their homes and flee at that time. The NPWF president announced that they will submit a memorandum to the Home Minister demanding that the current army barricade point at Kanto Sabal be shifted 100 meters further towards Laimakong side and be jointly manned alongside state forces.
Spot today relief camp chatana mi meyam unazarure adudai the coordinator RK Sanan ga unazari Sanan na phondorakpada mi date 3 dagi moise kaimta tawdana Kuki singa army ki kemta Kuki ga moi ga phaminaraga wari si saraga noi kaishu tawroi pochai hondokanu adum laiminau hai aduga date 29 da mai thaba horakani hai mai thaba horakpa sidaisida army singduna kumdaraaga akoi noi kanba ngamaroi noi chelo haibani haibasima yam nungaidana thamai.
Janata Dal United Manipur State Unit has lodged a formal objection with the Electoral Registration Officer ERO Bishnupur, alleging a serious irregularities in the draft electoral roll of polling station number 26/36 under 26 Bishnupur Assembly constituency during the Special Intensive Revision SIR. In a representation submitted on July 11, JDU Vice President Oinam Navakishore alleged that the booth-level officer BLO, in collusion with the BJP's booth-level SN BLA and party workers, retained the names of at least 28 persons who are no longer ordinary residents of Ward number 7 Ningthau Khong. He said this was done despite objections raised by the BLAs of JDU and the Indian National Congress INC. The memorandum lists the names of the voters and states that they had either shifted their residence or were residing elsewhere after marriage. The party has requested the ERO to delete the names of the 28 voters from the electoral roll, stating that they are not eligible to remain enrolled in polling station number 26/36. It has also sought disciplinary action against the concerned BLO for alleged dereliction of duty and claimed that similar discrepancies may exist in the remaining polling stations of 26 Bishnupur Assembly constituency. The JDU further urged the ERO to independently examine all claims and objections and to provide all political parties an opportunity to be heard before the publication of the final electoral rolls. Lamsang MLA Sorokhaibam Rajan stated that parents should guide their children's education and encourage sports to keep them away from drugs and alcohol. Speaking at the 16th Educational Inspiration Award distribution at the and the inauguration of an open-air gym at the Laksh Pioneer Committee in Nauramthong Kulim Lekai. MLA Rajan further highlighted the importance of shaping youngsters with proper education so that they can effectively govern the state in the future. He also condemned yesterday's incident at Kantusabal, where several houses belonging to Meitei community were set ablaze. Rajan stressed that security forces must maintain neutrality and sincerity when enforcing law and order during the current crisis. The event was also attended by Thawal Deputy Commissioner Robita Yumnam, IMC Booth number 27 Co-operator Herojit Ngangomba, Laksh Pioneer Committee Chief Advisor NG Kesho and President DH Alexander.
Club Sigi Naha Mayam, the Moina Guide Toraga, Yam Tawasisu, Akoi Atotopama from the Yamna Taunadaba Dugumba, Yamna Assassin when a hunting Jinata Viragas, it's a he couldn't see merit key awards, a quite pirimni, I don't know, quite merit awards, a quite he couldn't give Piraga, a quite a Pamidi, Moji, Apaba Moeraga, Adagi Mokoi competitive exam, IS. Adagi MCS, UPSC na loba, Manipur Civil Service na loba, tongan competitive exam kaya Europa, adagi masaji yamna phaba kaya ama government gi interview yoba kanda hujikti mina corruption tawi adu hujik koi BJP matamda corruption ju handai but koi merit ta ju mayam ama koi thaba haidokpa kanda koi wanom doba mayam ama loba hora bineba adagi sport ta ju yengu sport ta phajana national gi international gi adagi world gi tongan ba category de lorko mayam amana Manipur sarkar na case award pibda natana makoi da aikoi service mayam piri dana.
And now before we move on to other news, let's take a short commercial break. We'll be right back. Keep watching SKTV News.
Akoi rice, akoi agro mining associates na miyam gidamang amuka su panganjare fortified rice haplaba cheng, akoi fortified added rice. Season abiu kana balobiu miron mimama amadi punung daleri ba angang dagi na chorok laba phawbada masa sondam nadamba mahi masing da puning changdaba chaudam thinba brain son mana chingba kaya ohelakpa yabadagi ngakthokpa ngamba makup ta na sugai raba cheng da micronutrients haptuna amuk chengi mawong matawga chak manana semlaba cheng makhal amani fortified rice. Akoi fortified added rice asi fasaina su ayaba piraba Bharat Sarkar na ICDS napsa midday meal na chingba scheme kayada fortified rice haptuna miyam da phanganbagum chap manana phanganjari bani masida iron folic acid vitamin B12 na chingba machal suna yauri atopa lamga changdam na duna quality leina puthoklaba hekta makthongduna chaba yaraba chengi akoi fortified added rice season abiu akoi fortified added rice
Baikotana piri maruchik patin sing dagi ngakthok patanatana atopa kanaba sing kudamuina pambi singbu marahena sathanba amasung phau pambi singbu masahena pokhanduna phauthok asuki matik lahele matam sangna tin tahande hanjan hidak sajana bagi mathau tahande buyers ke baikota lau balomi singda thajabaga loinana hena saukhat halle amasung lomi singda akiba amata lahende Buyer Council active asi phauthaba singkhakki ngakthongna basemani amasung hidak asina napi makal khudimak manghan bangame sumna tangi phauhun khrabana traga linkraba matung numit nipani dagina tarani thoi phobagi manungda sizana bigadabane khwaidagi sathiba napi makal khudimak pusu manghan bangame maram asina khuleng nepigi sading hanthale loinana adongi senthok hengat halle lomi singi damaktadi Buyers Council active na khwaidagi faraba pambaidi
Welcome back. You are watching Primetime English Bulletin on SKTV. Now proceeding with other news. Ahead of the upcoming Kang, that is Yatra festival on the 16th of this month, a massive public cleanliness drive was conducted around the vicinity of the Royal Palace under the initiative of Dr. Samurai Latpam Krishnananda, advisor to the Chief Minister of Manipur. The social service camp saw widespread voluntary participation from the public, including a large number of internally displaced persons IDPs who cleared garbage to ensure a pristine environment for these celebrations. Speaking at the event, Dr. Krishnananda clarified that the drive was a purely public effort independent of any formal organizations. He appealed to all communities and ethnic groups in the state to rise above differences and participate collectively to make the festival a grand success. He further urged citizens and festival goers to demonstrate civic responsibility by disposing of waste strictly in designated dustbins, emphasizing that collective statewide cooperation is essential to keeping Manipur clean and beautiful.
Manipur si ekoi gini ekoi isa gini Manipur sendok baje ekoi isa sendok ka kata bani ina laga sendok pi kata na aur masi concept si ekoi na anggap terba kanda ina main ekoi gi basic concept hajar ka di constructive and progressive patriotism haiba madu gi achauba banner bi makhada lamtu sendok pa amade haksang khaba habi concept kala ka dori aduna lawak ning bada apandagi laga pe Manipur ni rong na te na koi lewat ning si lewat ning ma sila koi le kai to ya lewat ke to ya heavy concept to mahuda sumba non controversial oi ba or generic oi ba me amna ka appeal to ya ba adu ba kidya ba dinu na ba achang ogumba.
Directorate of Education as Director N.G. Vogendra highlighted that continuous learning and access to updated information are vital for societal progress. He was speaking at the 22nd prize distribution ceremony for state and Okram Sagai level meritorious students at the Manipur Press Club Imphal. Speaking further at the event, which was organized by the Okram Sagai Apokpa Trust at the Manipur Press Club, Vogendra emphasized that society is failing to seek a new knowledge inevitably lag behind. He underscored the shared responsibility of balancing education with sports. During the ceremony, high-achieving Class 10 and 12 students, alongside youths who made significant contributions to sports, were felicitated at the event.
Masidi Tininaw Singka Sadai Lord Sina Trust Sina at least a total motivation of PB. Madugumba Biari Masado Dere Aduguma Porto. Oh, other man the mind of Gabo. Magi Wakan Sina, I'm not a going new I'm not too much motivated. I'm not too much declined. Even suicidal tendency for here.
UMO President Moirangthem Sarojini has issued a stern directive to crack down on married individuals engaging in immoral activities. Speaking at the reception ceremony at the Universal Mothers Organization headquarters at Imphal, she ordered district units to closely monitor these violations. The event was held to felicitate local recipients of the Honorary Doctorate Brand Award from the US-registered World Human Rights Protection Organization. During the function, Sarojini emphasized that the changing global landscape requires local Merapaibis to move beyond merely reacting to isolated incidents. Instead, she called for a principled approach to globally promote the Meitei identity. She also reaffirmed UMO's commitment to serving the public impartially, free from outside coercion. Concluding her address, the President issued a sharp warning to her own organization, asserting that any UMO volunteer found operating outside the group's core guidelines will face strict disciplinary action and will not be spared.
UMO member ne haiba chondana UMO objective mayoga thabak tawramba adu maching aduri UMO na kallaga thu thamoi maji singji akoina yaringa akoi district ki lariba thawmi sing na hai mahik singji paw sangna mo kona ba tawigan hai basi ai thamjege aduna akoi law amasung ain ki koi ki koi mera ki member yama e hana manatre ana koi district tham da on to olaga thu koi ni kham ba ya ba koi
Rotary Club of Imphal installed a Rotary Peace Pole at Sendra near Loktak Lake on July 12th. The installation function was a part of its commitment to promoting peace, harmony and goodwill on the Rotary International's area of focus on peace building and conflict prevention resolution. The Peace Pole, which is a universal symbol of peace, hope, unity and understanding among communities and nations, was inaugurated through a ribbon-cutting ceremony jointly performed by past President Rotarian Dr. M. Madhumangol and past President Rotarian L. Sulchandra in the presence of club members. Speaking on the occasion, Rotary Club of Imphal President Rotarian Dr. N. Mohindro highlighted the importance of mutual respect, dialogue, understanding and peaceful coexistence. He stated that the installation reflects Rotary missions of promoting peace and reconciliation in Manipur and across the world. Set against the scenic backdrop of Loktak Lake, the peace pole represents a Rotary message that peace begins within individuals and communities and contributes to global harmony. Wide Angle, with support from Child Rights and in short CRI, successfully organized the Know Your Village Exposure Tour program today. According to a press release, the tour, flagged off by Wide Angle Secretary Montu Ahantem, provided children with an inspiring educational experience aimed at fostering awareness of Manipur's rich cultural heritage, biodiversity and environmental conservation. As a part of the program, 230 children from 9 villages, including Haingabok, Ngairembam Makha, Ngairembam Awang, Ngairembam Maning, Tharojam, Salam Yurembam Awang, Yurembam Mayai Lekai and Maklang visited the Kangla Fort, the Manipur State Museum and the Manipur Geological Garden. The press release added that the exposure tour was designed to offer experiential learning opportunities, enabling children to gain first-hand knowledge of Manipur's history, cultural legacy, wildlife and natural environment. Wakhalon Manaba Apunba in short Wama Kanglei Park will organize a poem recitation competition on August 20th at the Lailingthau Sanamahi Temple at Haying Kongbal to mark the observance of Manipuri Language Day. Wama President Wainangthem Naukomba announced the event during a press meet held at Manipur Press Club Imphal, conveying that the competition will focus on the theme Hinkisi Ekoi Irepaki Damak. He said that all poems must be free from any foreign words and should be between 20 to 30 sentences in length. Naukomba further invited everyone to participate in this competition and asked interested participants to submit their written poems by August 5th at the Pandam office located at Wahingbam Lekai. He added that the organizers can be reached directly at 9856192990. I repeat, 9856192990 or 78053802474. I repeat, 7805380274 for further details and inquiries.
Uyasing duplicate Xerox or Yombiadan Akanavasi, Kalama, Sinjabado, Company, Aduna Tarakabadu, Labi, Sada, Matamkara, Tangakare, Adubu, Hadaki, Lakaba, Agaski Kun, Anipur, Linguist in Asidida, Niamda, Asimba, Wakolan, Tilan, Sama, Sala, Emolon, Puya, Sing a Simu Manipuri, Mite, left the Fumba, May Trampan, Amadi, Haka, Marilenaba, Zihazimapana Malemda, when I assume Saktapada, Yek Salai Lejaba, Manipuri. Kunai Sidele from Kalkunimaki, Masak Tapa the Yufum or Yan Moru or about Holy Book or Balaya, Anisu Kunungi Panamba say, I Mataka Hajagiba, Agaskunda, Langu Sanami, Timpan Gila Sanda, Pina, Mutamda, Panu,
Assam Rifles, in coordination with the Border Security Force and the Manipur Police, conducted a joint community outreach program at Leitan Pokpi village in Imphal East District on July 11 as a part of ongoing civil-military engagement efforts. The program was attended by 16 villages, including village heads and secretaries, who interacted with a joint team of 16 security personnel and police officials on the prevailing security situation. The team highlighted the importance of grassroots cooperation in maintaining peace and public order, while urging residents to avoid spreading unverified social media information and malicious propaganda that could create fear and mistrust. Villagers were advised to rely on official sources for updates and report any suspicious activities promptly. The security personnel also reassured the residents about continued measures, including area domination patrols and humanitarian assistance. The program concluded with the renewed commitment towards strengthening dialogue, information sharing and regional stability. The official music video album Pamjana Yenglure was formally released today at the SIRD Hall inside Imphal East DC complex. The music album was produced by Imocha Telem, who serves as the Extension Officer of Imphal East DC. The release event was attended by former Minister Bijoy Koijam along with other high-profile officials. During the event, Imocha Telem explained that as a passionate music lover, he frequently performed cover songs at various venues. However, he often felt a profound sense of hesitation and inadequacy whenever he had to sing those tracks in front of the original legendary artist. This emotional challenge ultimately motivated him to create his own original music. He successfully brought the album to life through the vital collaboration of Dhaka Studio More and legendary singer Huidrom Nauboy, backed by the unwavering support of his friends and well-wishers. The attending guests highly praised Telem's initiative to enrich the Manipuri music industry with original compositions. They commended his dedication to the art form and extended their heartfelt blessings for the resounding success of his future artistic endeavors. And now the sports news. The semi-final lineup for the FIFA World Cup 2026 has been officially locked in following two grueling quarter-final matches, with powerhouse nations England and Argentina booking their spots in the Final Four after dramatic extra-time victories. In the early morning clash at Miami Stadium, England overcame a stubborn Norway side with a hard-fought 2-1 win. Norway initially drew first blood in the 36th minute through Andreas Skladrup, but England dominated the overall proceedings, commanding superior ball possessions, precise passing and more shots on target. Real Madrid star Jude Bellingham ultimately turned the tide for the Three Lions, netting a magnificent brace during extra time to break the 1-1 regulation stalemate and punch England's ticket to the next round. Meanwhile, at the Kansas Stadium, Argentina clinched the semi-final spot by defeating a resilient Switzerland 3-1 in another high-stakes encounter that required an additional 30 minutes of play. Alexis Max Alister opened the scoring early for the Albiceleste in the 10th minute, but Switzerland fought back to find a 67-minute equalizer through Dan Neuert. Tied at 1-1 at the end of the normal time, Argentina found their clinical edge in the extra period, with Julian Alvarez scoring the 112th minute and Lautaro Martinez sealing the victory in the 121st minute. With the field now narrowed down to the Final Four, France will face Spain on July 15 at 12:30 a.m. midnight, followed by a legendary high-stakes rivalry renewed on July 16 at 12:30 a.m. midnight when England and Argentina clash at the Atlanta Stadium for a coveted spot in the World Cup final. In boxing, Manipuri boxers Tensubam Lamyanba Meetai and Yengkom Bikash clinched gold at the Varet Sports promotion event in Haryana. Lamyanba, an Arambai Tengol volunteer, dominated his final bout against Haryana's Anuj Rohila, while Bikash knocked out Rajasthan's Subham Amit Kumar in the very first round. In yoga, the trial selection for 3rd Manipur Yoga Asana Championship 2026 and 38th National Yoga Asana Championship 2026 will take place on August 8 and 9 at Wahengbam Lekai Community Hall in Imphal. According to a press release issued by Manipur Yoga Society Secretary K.S.H. Gopendra, the trials will feature 3 major categories including yoga sport, traditional, rhythmic, single pair and artistic pair. Athletes who are selected for the state championship will represent Manipur at the 38th National Yoga Asana Championship 2026, which is scheduled to run from October 1st to 4th. The last date for the submission of the entry form for the state-level Yoga Asana Championship is July 31st. Anyone who requires further details can obtain them directly from the office of the Manipur Yoga Society, which is located at Thangal Bazaar. And now the weather report. According to ICAR Regional Centre Imphal, Manipur recorded a maximum temperature of 26 degrees Celsius, while the minimum temperature was recorded at 23 degrees Celsius. The maximum relative humidity was measured to be 100% in the morning and 87% in the evening today. As per report, Manipur received 48 millimeters of rainfall in the last 24 hours. And before we wrap up, let's take a quick look at headlines once again. RIMS Imphal gets NMC approval to increase MBBS seats from 125 to 150 for 2026-27, and NDC clears launch of 6 MDS courses at Dental College. Bias security personnel must be held accountable irrespective of political affiliation to prevent future problems, says RPI National Secretary Maheshwar Thaunauja. Kokomi alleges proxy war after 6 Meitei houses torched again near Leimakong Army Camp. FNCC urges strict action against perpetrators. And the National People's Party NPP Manipur State Unit President Lorho Pifos asserts torching Meitei houses amid peace efforts disrupts restoration process. Well, that's all we have for today. Thanks for watching SKTV News and keep watching for more news updates. Till then, good night.